Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn, folks. Today, if you can't tell, I'm very excited because we're getting back to Death Note. This is episode 33. It's called Scorn. And boy, everything's starting to really come together here. I just can't wait to see where we go.
Yeah, we're coming down the final slew of episodes, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what Light has in store for us because, dude, he seems to always be a step.
I am still hung up on delete.
Let's get to it. Let's go.
Oh, this is a mess.
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm gonna need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Gotta have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client.
But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part, it's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
Quinn's moving the headphones.
Yeah, moving the headphones. I don't like to have my ears ringing when I lay my head down on my pillow at night. Doo, that's all I hear.
There is the best part.
Does anybody look at apples the same when they're in the grocery store anymore?
Like I said, we gotta have one of us get on top of the rack and just hold it on a string like it's getting eaten.
All right, here we go.
It's a 6.
I am the real Kira.
Oh God, just
Light?
I knew it.
Yes. Oh,
I love you.
I'm in love.
I knew there was something special about you in college.
It's my turn to go to Japan. I'm afraid I need you to return to New York immediately.
All right.
Truth is, I've never made travel arrangements or boarded a flight on my own before. So you can escort me.
Understood.
All right. Okay then.
Both Yoshida Productions and NHN are practically begging us now. Misa comeback plan was a huge success. Mogi will be gaining entry as Misa's manager. I'll continue investigating Takeda.
This is Nier. I'm in Japan now.
He's up to something.
I presume you've already contacted Takeda.
In fact, I'm investigating her myself at the moment.
You would be. Yep.
Several SPK members have entered Japan to lure Kira out of hiding. Kira won't be able to resist such an opportunity. That's where I'll beat him at his own game.
Oh, here we go.
Smile.
We might even have the chance to meet face to face.
I hope so.
These two.
It's like the start screen of a fighting game.
Oh, getting intense, boys.
It's been a one-on-one fight against L. I'll come out to play if you will.
This music.
This long battle will end, and I can finally begin my reign at the top.
L is Light Yagami, and he's also Kira.
El Kira.
Someone who has the notebook and is currently using it. We'll call him X-Kira.
Okay, El Kira. X-Kira.
El Kira and X-Kira can't communicate directly. 2 ways to win against Kira.
Whoa.
However, no matter what might happen, we will never resort to that.
Oh,
Well,
well.
That's not the way Elle and I do things. because that would be an insult.
Nier is such a wild character. How, plays with like little toys, but yet is brilliant.
Well, it's the same way that Elle would just eat a lot of sweets, and then Brilliant just they
have
eat
their
something.
quirks. And
They kind of have their quirks, and
You receive an enormous amount of fan mail every day.
Don't think.
Man, this is kind of boring. Make sure not to let the people listening to this conversation hear your reactions. The SPK has started to make its move. Maybe you should consider making a few demands of your own. Light's getting down to business. Tell him what you think he needs to know. I want you to begin judging and punishing people as Kira.
Whoa!
oh,
If you can do this, I'm sure you'll be able to send Kira information.
All right,
I mean,
I'll do it.
We nailed it. That's our Light for you. He's good.
What a surprise, though.
here's delete.
Kiyomi Takada.
I have an important message for you. You are to send me a fan letter that I'll be able to recognize as yours. 5 blank pages from the notebook. You have to stop using the real notebook. You must continue entering names in a fake notebook.
I understand.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Setting him up to take the fall.
God, what are you planning? How am I to question God?
Word is absolute.
Like already.
Just said it.
6. There can be as many as 6.
This must be all you can have.
6. I get the number,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's a replacement for Kira's kingdom. God, what's wrong with these people?
Scrupulous as always.
The winner of the 22nd World Karate Championships is Tatsumi Oyama.
Takai champion?
DIA agent Ms. Pal Lidner.
Oh, she's in the.
Looks like Nier's conducting his own investigation of Takada.
I think she was in the opening credits.
She's a strong supporter of Kira. Ex-Kira must be someone who knew that Takada was a Kira worshiper. Someone who had a close, intimate relationship with her.
Any person alive is a viable target.
Oh boy, what's going on here?
Oh,
Brain's working overtime.
going into the Avatar state.
We should follow his teachings, exactly as Kira ordered. It's our duty to improve our society. We need to consider what Kira has taught us, determine what he wants most, and make our own decisions.
Could ex-Kira be Teru Mikami?
I love how they're doing the sound with what Nier's thinking.
Godzilla.
Everything seems to fit into place.
I was supposed to be the highlight of the East West Pop Music Festival.
But when it comes to the headliner, it's a little harder to secure that spot.
It's like there's 2 main events.
Cautions.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Idiot. She doesn't even realize that Light's just using her for his investigation.
You shouldn't be so rough with her.
Please, excuse me.
Misa.
I wonder why they switch up the artwork like that.
Like just for effect.
Yeah, for.
Are you recording both audio and video feeds of their conversation?
Only an audio feed right now.
Oops.
How interesting. Thank you very much.
And out.
Uh-oh.
Seems like Lidner could be in more danger than we realize.
We knew the risks getting into this.
Christmas tree.
Well, about Mikami. It's ridiculously easy to trail him. I'm beginning to think he can't be ex-Kira.
Please be very careful.
Gotcha.
Man, how many meetings do I need to have?
Takada would like to have dinner with you this evening, just the 2 of you.
What's she up to? Tell her, okay.
She's accepted. Please book a nice private room for us. And also, I'd like you to attend the dinner as well.
A little security.
Well, yeah. Go on.
Misa
Misa
goes
going wild and wants to kick her. Just wants to kick her.
Comes running at her.
Sorry to have to invite you to dinner so late at night.
I'm a night owl anyway.
Just chugging that wine.
Drinks wine like Tommy Shelby drinks whiskey.
So, Light must be pretty busy. How do you two manage?
Light Light is way more affectionate than he looks, at least with me.
Thank goodness.
I should probably tell you since you are the MC. I'm going to announce my engagement to Light at the pop.
Oh.
Announce your engagement.
Does
that how that works?
he know about this?
He proposed to me more than a month ago.
Oh, boy.
Miss MC.
Miss MC. Is that what they say to you, Mr. MC?
Hey, Mr.
Greatest.
MC.
Are you not going to let me announce it? Maybe you're going to get Kira to kill me.
Only Kira can decide who he's going to punish. Besides, I've always thought of you as a good friend, Misa.
Just working her.
I used to really like Kira too, you know. But I know for sure that Light's going to catch him soon.
Oh, she's just going straight for the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Probably be executed.
Join me, Kiyomi, and you will be the goddess of the new world.
Goddess of the new world. Oh, this is getting cynical.
I should have waited until you grew up and learned a few manners.
I'm older than you, Kiyomi.
What is that laugh? Her voice. Oh.
Gee, thanks for waiting.
Oh, gosh.
I won after all.
One?
Yeah, it was easy.
They just talked about Light Yagami. They were arguing over which one was his lover.
Oh, boy.
Light Yagami is popular with the ladies. We know that Takada and Amane both adore him.
That's got a couple of ride or dies here. Yeah. It's a touchy game, though. If they get not too happy with each other, what could happen?
Mm-hmm. I mean, wearing a short skirt like that in the winter, it's an invitation.
Okay. The Death Note needs to be used there.
Yeah, but he's going to use a fake book.
Megami's just taken out a notebook.
Huh? Delete. Could that be it?
Oh, they're going to try to set him up. Oh, so brilliant. Oh, that was good. He took the picture so that they could see who the guy was. They take him out. He's got a fake death note that doesn't work. They're going to cuff him and stuff him and be like, this stupid thing doesn't even work. Oh, what an episode. Folks, we're in it now. You said it, Answer. We're getting real close to wrapping up the series, but man what an
every
episode.
Episode is good.
Look, this is obviously a very Misa heavy episode, which I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I love her character. I think it's great. You have such a serious show with so much stuff going on, and then Misa drops in with like just all this crazy comedy, and she's all over the place here. She's drunk at dinner, just calling out, professing her love for Light. So this is going to be wild to see how this goes down. But I loved the brilliance of the setup because, I was like, well, why is she making these demands of Mikami to make him do a fake notebook? Like, well, what's the angle there? Because I'm like, well, if he gets caught, there's still going to be an issue there. But if it's not a real death note and it doesn't do what it's supposed to, brilliant. You can't pin him on anything with a death note that doesn't work. Or they're going to think that they got the death note. Like, we got it. Look at us. We won. Oh, it turns out the real death note's still out there. Oh, love it.
Saw the guy collapse. We don't know if then that was a whole ploy. I'm assuming it was, but you saw him with him taking the cell phone picture and then writing it down and him collapsing. But yeah, I love the fact that Misa was like, I know the plan. He's got you fooled thinking you're going to be in love together. Well, I'm going to propose to him. Meanwhile, she's like, he asked me to be the new goddess of the free world. So the whole back and forth between them two, like it really shows that yes, Misa will do anything for Light, but also her immaturity of it. And she made a point of that at the end by telling her like, you're not mature enough. You shouldn't even have been in this dinner. But it was all pretty much just a ploy just to get Linder to think that all they do is they love each other. They're not seeing much into it, but yet, and Nier, always just reading between the lines, knowing that, hey, that's just two people that will do anything and everything for Light because they love him so much they'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal, all for what's good, like a la Eddie Guerrero, for what they think is best for their God. Because as we even saw again, Mikami calling him God, and I will do anything my God wants me to. So I have to rip out these pages. Well, God would never steer me in the wrong direction. I take these pages and I rip them out, and I get myself a fake notebook and get caught. Because, and what I love is that they always do a great job with their to be continues. They end it at the right time, making you want more, and I cannot wait for more.
That split screen they had of light and near kind of going back and forth, the battle, that was great.
Like it gave me vibes of Alice in Borderlands when they're on that on those platforms, because that's what it looked like, kind of the silhouette of it. But then they're rising up and looking at each other, and then to me it kind of turned into the old like anime fighting style video games, where it had the the slash in the screen where they're both looking at each other. I thought that was brilliant because he had to fight L for how long, and now Nier, who's got same type of quirks, but is just as smart. If I don't want to say it, but maybe even smarter. And we didn't even get any of Mello yet. Still, who was watching Misa and thought, nah, she's worth nothing. So
and not really.
This was another really good episode. That's like this cat and mouse game. It's getting really good.
Yeah, it feels like we're getting back to kind of the original, really fun early cat and mouse. And I know we use that phrase a lot, but it's I think the most fitting here. It feels like we're getting back to that. And when we first really started getting invested in L and in Light, I think we're kind of get that feeling again now. And look, we're getting the love triangle going, which of course, I mean, what TV show or movie doesn't benefit at least a little bit from having a good old fashioned love triangle? And this one is especially interesting because of the look. We know that Light is manipulating both of them. Although Kiyomi seems like maybe a little less manipulation. She's kind of just going along with it just because, But in any regard, he's playing both. Kiyomi definitely, she's a lot more mature than Misa.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's a new.
Misa's older though.
Yeah, so she's a lot more mature. So the types of
given her profession too, she's more professional and has to have an image to uphold, and
but look, I mean, so a lot of fun with this episode. I can't believe we're down to what we got. Just a few more left.
4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, 34, 5, 6, and 7. So I mean, really, we're down to the last few, and this is getting really, really good. The writing has been good throughout the entire series, but they're really. It feels like we're really, really building up to. However, this is going to wrap up, of course, as we've said with multiple shows, multiple times. Or is the second to last one going to be the big one? Are they going to build up to the final episode being the culmination of the entire story? But I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I felt like this episode, we got very little Light in this one. And granted, the episodes are short. They're 22-ish minutes or so. But this one did feel like we didn't have very much Light in it. He had the little bit, the back and forth we talked about with Nier,
and then with Takada.
And with Takada, the dinner scene, which that surprised me. I mean, real quick, if we can talk about that, the fact that he said he was going to give her the ability to take people out. I'm giving you a death note, and she was completely stunned by that power and that responsibility that he was willing to give to her. Now, is that Light's way of showing that he's going to trust her enough to give her this responsibility so that she will definitely follow him through anything that he might have to make her do? Because it looks like he's going to have Mikami take the fall here, essentially, at least for a little while, until either they see. That's interesting. Is his plan to throw them off by giving them a fake death note so that they think they've won, or is it to throw them off and they'll realize right away that the death note?
I think it's so that because Mikami has the eyes, correct? So this is a chance for him to possibly get a face-to-face with N.
Yep.
And they get a name.
Yeah.
So that way they can then take
that would work.
Nier. I mean, that's because that's always his be all end all. That's what he wanted to use Misa for, was to take out L.
Competition.
It's because like whoever he can't see or hear or whatever, well, he can hear, but he can't see him, or so he doesn't have the face or the name. That's his Achilles heel in this situation. So he needs someone or something to get in there. Like they tried the last time rushing the building, and they came out in the police riot gear. Oh,
brilliant!
Hey, brilliant! It was a way to not see the face, so that way you couldn't take him out. And it just keeps getting better and better with how he's trying to manipulate the system, so to speak, to be able to get Nier's face out into public, to be able to see him, because all they have is a record at the adoption,
the orphanage. Yeah,
they have that, but they have nothing else because there's not a real name.
Yep,
it wasn't a real name, and then the photo they had, I believe, was as a kid. So I don't know if you could,
because Mello just had that one
interesting
picture that he got back.
That's true too. But I was going to say, could you, like, theoretically, if you said Mason Quinn, could you look at Mason Quinn's childhood photo? Well, I have a photo of him.
Would that count?
I mean, he did have the same beard. There's just a little more colored in.
Well,
but
that's true.
But, he grew it at 6. But but would you theoretically be able to take someone out, like, no matter what, that's another theory that I was just noodling now, because they could still have the picture noodling in the old dome over here.
Yeah. But
it's like, you have the picture of the kid.
What if they don't look like that anymore?
Exactly. And, but if you did have that picture in their name, could that still take them out because they were a child? They don't quite exactly look like it.
And I like how they had the shots of, I say shots, it's animated obviously, but you guys know what I mean, of Light's team and how they have doubts about Light as to if he's Kira or not, because they've been showing his team there having their doubts, kind of giving him the look and a little bit of sweat that they'll
I
do.
think Nier knows too that he has to know that he's like on a speaker phone, type thing. So he's like, oh, how convenient, only audio.
Right, which seems weird because of all they put in cameras and bugs and everything in Light's room when he was still in school, before any of this even really kicked off, to confirm if it was him or not. It's curious. And I don't remember if they said there was a reason they didn't use video.
The first meeting they took out all the bugs. And
they took them out, but why didn't they use video as well? And I don't remember if they addressed that or not, but either way, we're in for a ride.
Oh, we're in for a ride for the final 4. We cannot wait for more. Look, I'm a poet, didn't even know it. So for Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. We will catch you on the next one, pals. No, that's how I feel every morning.
Every morning, wake up, ready to rock.
Ready to the rock.
Rock and or roll. I thought they showed Hal Linder. No, that's not. Yeah, is that Hal?
So that's kind of neat. In the intro, they introduced N way
early.
Like a good 8 to 10 episodes before he was in Madhouse.
All right.
Put that back on. All right, here we go.
Delete. He's getting off the train.
Bum.
A man who was on the same train as Mikami just collapsed.
There's something we need to be careful of. Being known as the Shinigami.
But the Shinigami can only be seen by those people who have touched the notebook.
We're gonna try.
Oh, you're being set up.
Mm-hmm. Right after they started having these encounters, Takara got a phone call from Kira.
Everything checks out in here.
Huh? Why does Light care so much about checking for cameras and wiretaps?
I mean, I don't know why.
There's only one way to prove it.
Huh.
I had a private chat with Miss Misa Amana yesterday.
Oh boy, Light's in trouble now. Light's in the doghouse.
No.
Will you shut up?
Misa, you idiot. Why are women like this?
I knew it.
She was in charge of killing before tea. The only reason I would ever choose such an impulsive girl.
Light had no choice with Misa, but he chose Mise.
Here we go.
Oh, of course, though.
She's nothing. You're the only one for me.
She doesn't mean anything to me.
It's only you.
I expected better from you, Light.
So which one do you think you'll pick?
Well, you could keep two-timing them.
Two timing.
You're going to have to prove yourself from now on, Light.
I don't mind if he kills criminals, but we've done nothing wrong.
Wow, he just said that out loud, huh?
If only Kira wasn't around.
Kira should be arrested.
Whoa.
If you and I are ever going to have a chance at being happy together, Kira needs to be caught.
That worked pretty quick.
I'll be defying the police, and you'll be going against Kira and the entire world as well.
Thank you for believing me.
That's a long pause.
Scribble.
There's no reason for it.
I'm prepared to make that sacrifice, Light.
What a turnaround! Just like you'd expect from our guy.
Our guy.
They might as well be giving each other high fives. Like, yeah, I knew Light could do it.
He was too far away for me to pick up his voice. This is it right here. He's saying something.
Oh, he's talking to his Shinigami. Ah, moved.
Is that you, Shinigami?
Oh, that's high technology for 2007.
Enhance.
Ever since he handed me the notebook, he hasn't reappeared.
So that's how it is.
I guess that's all for today.
Of course.
Yeah, our guy did a great job.
You know, I feel kind of bad that Aizawa was stuck with booking the hotel and checking out every time.
Except for he's going to do one of these where you go,
Yep. Let's see if he can read what was written on the paper.
It's gone.
They've been pulling from the bottom.
That settles it. They're writing notes.
Passing notes.
he finally realized that they could be doing that.
Yeah.
You want to meet and talk with Nier in person?
The Boz or what? The Terminator.
Well, no, he can't see where they are.
Yeah.
Elle has been meeting Takada almost every single night. They are passing notes to each other.
This is not the point where we bring up evidence against Kira and openly confront him. I must corner him in a... All I want you to do is keep an eye on him as you've been doing. There certainly is a purpose in watching over Elle.
Look at this!
And after that, I want you to be a witness to the end of Kira.
A witness.
Oh, goodness. So you just go through the motions over there and I'll handle this.
This has been a year of breakthroughs for me. I'm your host for this evening, Kiyomi
boy.
Takada.
All right.
God, Matsuda.
Yeah, in a minute. But after Misa performs, she's the opening act this year. We gotta cheer her on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
We'll need you to come with us.
She's the opening act.
Gotta go on stage.
This year's opening act, Miss Misa Amane, has not entered the concert hall yet.
This Mogi got.
Are you
Music
trying
is
to ruin
intense.
my reputation?
I was going to take you at gunpoint as a last resort.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
After hearing about the notepads, there's no doubt in my mind.
This almost sounds like an intro to Disturbed.
Does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mogi and Misa Amane have gone missing.
I was the one who took them into custody.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Oh, just in case.
Oh, smile. What Rube Goldberg machine is that?
Here they are.
He said that you both agreed to it. Is that true?
It is.
Well.
It's fine as long as you both consented to this.
What about the music festival?
She's supposed to be the opening act.
The significance of this move isn't lost on you.
All right, it's my turn.
He's working on his deletes. 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 Is this where they find the notebook?
Giovanni, would it be possible for you to touch the notebook?
If it's there.
Possibility that I will die, isn't there?
Part of the reason you're doing this is to test that.
Jesus.
I can have Rester do it if you're too scared.
I'll do it.
Oh, you better be working fast.
It's too late to turn back now. I have to touch it.
Can't go back, Bob.
Yeah, just one finger on the binding.
Oh, that was awesome.
How long can a person be controlled before their death?
It's 23 days.
We have to consider the possibility they could be making him say that there is no Shinigami.
Oh.
I never imagined that Miss Amane would go missing.
Still passing notes.
I want you to send me a text message. I want to see you as soon as possible.
I want to see exactly what he wrote in the notebook. I want to see the pattern in how Mikami writes and what kind of notebook it is.
Oh, look at that spy camera.
Nice.
Giovanni has done an excellent job. The handwriting matches that of the records Mikami keeps as prosecutor. With this, we can do it.
Oh,
Did
you're
you see
about
the
to...
little-
Yeah, the mouth. Oh, Nier, you're about to be crushed. Everything is working out exactly as Light wanted it to. What an episode. Oh, man, this was a good one. This was of course, they're all good. What am I saying, right? But they're just playing right into Light's hands, man. It's just like he has everything planned out. And I did like that Nier was skeptical. Like, he knew it wasn't a slam dunk and that still had to get confirmation that everything was lined up and made sense with what he was thinking. But man, the whole brilliance of having the fake notebook, and they're going to move on it. Everything matches. The handwriting matches. Nier said they were going to wait the 24 days to see if Giovanni was still around and still survive. But, and now we have Aizawa and the other gentleman. I forget. Was it Mogi that was with him? That was starting.
Mogi.
Yeah, so Mogi and
Muchi.
Aizawa, Mushi as Misa calls him. So they're pretty much all on board, thinking Light is the guy at this point. And look, they've had. I think we need to remember how long they've been on this case for, and all the evidence they've had leading up to it, and all the misdirection that's been played, everything that happened with our original L and Light, and the back and forth, and them going in the prison, and then stuff with the dad in the car, like all these wild things that happen. And it's like you don't have proof, but the evidence just sure keeps piling up on Light, and they're both at the point where they're like, yeah, this is the guy. They're clearly passing notes. They have that like you answer. I thought he was gonna do the old the rubbing on the notebook to see or on the notepad to see what they were writing in the hotel, but they were pulling from the bottom, which makes sense because you're just grabbing a single sheet. You wouldn't write on the notepad. There'd be no rubbing or no evidence, but. Oh, they got busted there. So it's interesting seeing characters that were so used to being perfect kind of slip up or get caught up a little bit.
That's exactly what I was going to say with how Light, like he's been always so careful, so like seeing the tiniest little detail that this actually got past him, that he didn't see that on the notepad on the bottom as he used it or whatever, because like we saw every little detail before he had saw it, and especially when it came to his room. Remember when they bugged it, everything was the same. Nope, he knew it just from the handle and the tape and and this, like to the nth degree of how many things were different. So that's why I was surprised he didn't catch it.
Right, because even though it wasn't like he made a mark with a pencil, it was his thumbnail and just kind of dug it in a little bit, made a little indentation. But like
so then look at ours, outsmarting Light there.
Yep, it's just and to see Light kind of getting a little cocky with passing notes, thinking it's going to work. But on the flip side, Nier getting a little too ahead of himself, thinking that he's got it all figured out, and not confronting the idea there could be a fake notebook.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of slippage on both sides here, which is really interesting that as we see Light kind of overlooking some really tiny details, which Answer, as you said, he's been very sharp on throughout this entire series. In fact, that's how he's stayed out of the hands of the law, except for when he was willingly, going with
ready,
them,
willing, and able
to try to throw him off and present some misdirection. But yeah, just a little mark on the bottom of a book. I was wondering too if they were going to give us the old writing on the pad and then they can see what they were saying. But no, too smart for that, but not smart enough to bring his own note cards or his own paper. And so just those little things. And isn't that how somebody always gets caught? It's going to be an HLN network special. And he would have gotten away with it. However, they forgot one little detail. And so now you have other people suspecting Light as well. And so that's very interesting. Of course, as I had mentioned last time, anytime you throw in a love triangle, it can get interesting. I liked the way the guys listening in thought it was.
They're like,
they thought it. They thought it was great.
Matsuda is so hilarious.
But definitely, they're definitely amping it up as we get down to these final few episodes, and Nier not quite as clever as he thinks, and that's kind of the thing, though. That's been L and Light's thing throughout this entire series is how can I throw somebody off? And are they going to realize right away if they're being thrown off? Remember earlier on, we had the whole 13-day thing, making up fake rules for the notebook, and now we have a fake notebook all in of itself. So there's a lot of misdirection happening.
False information.
A lot of people trying to throw, and I shouldn't say a lot of people, but Light trying to throw everybody off his tail, and everybody else trying to do their little things to capture him. So again, the game of cat and mouse continues, and we know that it's going to be wrapping up pretty soon. And they're really ramping up, I think, the storylines, and really. Kind of delivering a lot more suspicion among everybody than we've ever seen before. Of course, when it was brought up in earlier seasons that that L thought it might be Light. That's crazy. That's crazy. And now, and the thing that happens, I would think, as you, if you're, Aizawa or Mogi or somebody that's working with Light for a long period of time, and you're like, no way, not the case. No way, not the case. No way, not the case. The second you start suspecting it, then in your head you start looking back.
Every little thing.
All the little things that you might have written off, and it might not all come to you at once. Something might happen. You're like, wait a minute, do you remember when this happened and this happened? What if? And so by Light, using those sheets of paper for his letters, he's not only giving himself up now, but he's opening himself up to revisiting everything else that's happened. Everything else that's gone on in the past, they're going to start looking at now under a microscope.
Well, that's what I love.
It's I don't know that it's going to end real well for Light.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about the show, and really any kind of crime drama type show is that the villain has to be perfect every single time. They cannot make a mistake.
That's how you get caught.
The people chasing them only got to get right once.
That is
only
true.
one time they have to figure it out. This guy.
That's the same as in real life too. Any mass criminal of whatever they're doing, they make one tiny mistake. So they got, like you said, the show, I almost got away with it. Yeah, there's people that, I got away with it for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And the one I think you guys always allude to is like he came back for his mom's funeral. They got him.
That's when they got him.
It just takes one mistake.
Yeah,
They found carpet fiber from a 1973 Cadillac Eldorado that they were able to match.
There was
up
only
to the
one
original
registered
factory.
in this state.
Right.
That's the other one. But yeah, just
little errors.
And what I'm liking that I'm seeing too is I'm waiting to see the part, because they are both getting slightly cocky with thinking they're going to win. I'm waiting for that part where they're going to be both, I won, and then.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Who's going to be the actual winner?
Are we going to get to that?
Are we going to get that where they're like, oh, all right, I finally won. I'm taking you out, Light. And then he's like, contraire, mon frere. And down goes Nier. So that's what I'm wondering, because I'm thinking because they're both thinking that they're working towards the goal of either getting the other one or taking the other one out. So I'm wondering if they're going to get to the point where they're both like, I'm going to win this for sure.
What
happens? I have one more move.
What happens if you take out Nier? I mean, how many tiers of
we haven't seen Mello
law enforcement? All right, we haven't seen Mello. How many tiers of law enforcement do we need to roll through before they just throw in the towel and say like, It's not worth it. We're the ones putting our lives at risk, and this guy's always one step ahead. We know that
we've had the most brilliant minds in the world after him, and we can't, crack the code.
Calls were coming from. It's because the calls were coming from inside the house.
Well, I'm waiting for, because Nir gave us that little bit of a smile at the end, and I'm wondering, if it'll be the next episode or the one after that when Nir has to kind of have a little humble pie when the realization comes
when that other foot drops.
That they got that they don't have the proof that they think they have on Mikami. So.
They think that he's going to see the Shinigami, but also the 23-day rule. Well, they already thought it was kind of fake, but I guess when they find out it's a fake notebook, then he doesn't have to worry about even the 23 days.
It's not going to work anymore.
Oh, it's getting good, folks.
Oh, we are getting into the thick of it. We cannot wait for more. We only got a few episodes left.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed it as much as we have so far. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. And I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.